Erik ten Hag continues to claim Manchester United fans are behind us, but it appears that the tide may be turning. The Red Devils were beaten 1-0 by Arsenal at home on Sunday, to leave them stuck in 8th place.
With just a clash with Newcastle at Old Trafford tomorrow and a final day trip to Brighton left to salvage things, Ten Hag's side are on course for their worst Premier League finish. It means United are at serious risk of missing out on European football altogether.
They have also lost 19 games in all competitions, which is the club's most since the 1978-79 season. This latest setback was also their 9th defeat at Old Trafford this campaign, which is the joint most at home in a single season.
Read more on Man Utd URBAN win a Land Rover Defender or £75,000 alternative from just 67p with our discount Brooder Awakening. Fernandes ready to make FA Cup final his Man United swansong after quit hint. Despite the prospect of an FA Cup final later this month against Man City, things look to have hit rock bottom last week as United were thrashed 4-0 at Crystal Palace. However, the travelling fans at Selhurst Park were in full voice throughout and clapped the United's flops after the full-time whistle.
Ten Hag claimed after that embarrassment that the supporters were behind him and his injury-hit team. The under-pressure Dutchman after the game: "I would say they always support us. Most read in football Brooder Awakening. Fernandes ready to make FA Cup final his Man United swansong after quit hint. Piers Morgan ill be biggest Spurs fan versus Man City. Here's how I imagine horrific day going. So close. Supercomputer predicts final Prem table as Arsenal battle Man City for title. Water shower workers start fixing Man United roof as leaking changing room vid emerges. Best free bet sign up offers for UK bookmakers. We are together and definitely need to be unified because we are in a very difficult situation lately.
We will put a team out with a good plan and I am sure the players will fight and I hope the fans will back us again." I got it wrong. Neville and Carragher discover how pre-season predictions fared as they make same Man United howler. I think the fans have patience.
You saw it on Monday. Manchester United supporters were in full voice again on Sunday during the defeat to Arsenal. And Ten Hag said of them, "Today they were there from first whistle until final whistle.
They are behind us. They see where the problems are and they see that the team needs back, the team needs support. We are in there together." However, judging by some of the chants coming from the home section, his appraisal that they are behind the team may be wrong.
As usual, pre-match, fans were in good voice outside the nearby Bishop Blaise pub and after kick-off on the Stretford end. Legendary names from the past such as George Best, Eric Cantona, Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs, Park Ji-sung, Jaap Stam, Nemanja Vidic and Robin van Persie were all celebrated in song and verse.
But it was telling to anyone in attendance that there was not one single song about any of the current players at the club. And while the atmosphere might not be quite turning toxic yet in the stands, there were a number of renditions of "We're F***ing S** T" throughout the game.
Not quite the ringing endorsements and backing that Ten Hag would have you believe. Pundits' verdict on Ten Hag's future. Where do the pundits stand on Erik Ten Hag's Manchester United future? Michael Owen: he has to go. He cannot, simply cannot, manage this team next season.
H is not good enough. Teddy Sheringham might stay if he wins Cup but should go if United win the FA Cup. He could stay. But, for me, changes are needed and United need to get it done sooner than later.
Jamie Carragher: sacked. I don't see how Erik Ten Hag stays. It's just performance after performance. Gary Neville: stay if he wins the FA Cup. To sack a manager who's won 2 trophies in his first 2 seasons at the club I think would be extreme.
Louis Saha: on the fence. I don't see it as clearly, but they need changes from the players, but they need changes from him as well. Alan Shearer: sacked. I believe the future of the Man United manager is already determined.
Even if they win the FA Cup, I think H is gone. Manchester United's all-time top scorer Wayne Rooney questioned whether the current squad are actually playing for their manager. He told Sky Sports, "When you are losing games in the way Manchester United are at the minute, there are going to be questions asked of the manager."
Read more. Sun Strees de Havu BGT Act's previous history on show revealed after they auditioned 4 years. AGOSHOCK factor warning over viral hot weather gadget that could give you an electric shock, but I think the players need to look at themselves. For some players it does look like they are just trying to reach the end of the season.
If they are playing for Erik Ten Hag, I don't think they are showing it very well. Sun Sports verdict on Man United flops. Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have a busy summer ahead to get Man Utd's squad in order for next season.
Below, Sunsport gives it verdict on how they should deal with the Red Devils' flops this summer. Andre Onana: stay. After a dodgy start at Old Trafford, Onana has proven to be one of the more reliable members of the squad this season despite being peppered with shots constantly.
Altay Bayındır: go. Reports in February suggested Bayındır was unhappy with his bit-part role at Man United amid interest from Turkish giants Galatasaray. If profit can be made on a sale, then it should be done. Tom Heaton: stay. Veteran goalkeeper Heaton, 38, is a reliable backup and is on a relatively small wage at the club.
So long as he is happy, it makes sense to keep him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka: go. Wan-Bissaka, 26, has never managed to make the right-back position his own. With his contract up in 2025, it makes sense to cash in now. Diogo Dalot: stay. Dalot, 26, has been one of Man Utd's most consistent performers this season.
Raphael Varane. Go. If it wasn't for his injury record, there would be a strong shout to keep Varane, but costs need to be cut to allow the squad to be freshened up. Harry Maguire. Go. Maguire has showed he has the right character to be at Man United, but overall ability and desired profile are another matter, with Maguire too slow to play in a high-line defence.
Lisandro Martinez. Stay. Martinez, 26, is second to none in terms of build-up play. He needs a long-term defensive partner on the right side and to cut out the injuries which have plagued him this season.
Johnny Evans. Go. Veteran campaigner Evans could easily be on the stay list if he was only going to be a bit part player. But he has shown his advanced years at times this season. Victor Lindelof. Go. Lindelof, 29, has been reliable if not unremarkable in his Man United career.
He has 1 year left on his contract, so should be moved on if a decent transfer fee can be got for him. Willy Kambwala. Stay. He should be given the opportunity to mature for a few years behind a senior CB pairing before stepping into the first team as a starter or being moved on.
Luke Shaw. Go. One of the Premier League's best left-backs when fit, Shaw has been a good servant when available. But alas, that has been his Achilles heel once again this season. Terrell Malaysia. Stay. Malaysia, 24, was decent enough to earn some merit in his first season at Man United before injury ended his season and inadvertently led to his second season being a write-off.
Sofyan Amrabat. Go. Amrabat, 27, looked like a world beater at the Qatar World Cup with Morocco. But H has had an underwhelming season in England and his loan spell will almost certainly not be made permanent.
Casemiro. Go. An alarming physical decline has seen him turn from key star to burden. If a club is willing to buy the 32-year-old, who has 2 more years on his contract, then United should snatch their hand off.
Christian Eriksen. Go. Eriksen proved a useful asset and Ineos should look to bring in another player with similar traits, but frankly his legs have looked gone towards the end of this season. Kobbie Mainoo. Stay. The first of the so-called untouchables, Mainoo has been a rare glimmer of hope in the Red Devils' midfield this season.
Mason Mount. Stay. Mount can be given the benefit of the doubt until summer 2025 at least after a debut season riddled with injury. Scott McTominay. Stay. McTominay, 27, has proven himself to be a brilliant plan B off the bench this season, and that is exactly why Ineos should look to keep him.
Bruno Fernandes. Stay. Man Utd's best player since his arrival just over 4 years ago, Fernandes, 29, remains second to none when it comes to creating chances while his tenacity boosts those around him. Antony. Go. There's a case to argue that Antony may be the worst pound-for-pound signing in Premier League history.
Despite some memorable moments, he simply isn't Man United quality. Anthony Martial. Go. Ultimately, Martial needs to be let go when his deal runs out this summer after an appalling injury record of late. Marcus Rashford. Stay. As easy as it would be to say Rashford should leave the club this summer, it is difficult to look at the market and find many available players capable of scoring 30 goals a season.
Alejandro Garnacho. Stay. Another third of the Untouchables trio, Garnacho has made the right wing his own since coming into it. H is a raw talent but has shown he has the quality to improve. Rasmus Højlund. Stay. A slow burner in his first Man United season, the 21-year-old has often been starved of supply, which has led to him being unable to get the goals his movement and unselfish play often merits.
Amad Diallo. Stay. In the fleeting moments he has been on the pitch for Man United this season, Diallo has looked dangerous and exciting. He should be given a chance to flourish with some proper chances in the first team across a whole season.